My husband Jerry and I live pretty crazy lives. Between work and raising 4 kids, we don't get to spend a lot of time alone. So every couple of weeks, I like to send the kids packing and put together a special but simple meal, something that the two of us can kick back and enjoy while using the time to reconnect a little bit. Tonight, I'm starting off with churros a la chalaca, a super quick but deeply flavorful mussels dish. I start this one-pot treat by steaming mussels in rich broth brimming with fresh corn. It gets finished with diced tomatoes and fresh cilantro, and for a little heat, I top it off with sliced raw serrano peppers. After my mussels, I'm going all out with a no-brainer showstopper, rack of lamb dos chiles. I seared meaty racks of lamb, coat them with chipotle garlic paste, top them off with spicy breadcrumbs, and finish them in the oven. It's lamb the daisy way. Alongside, a heaping mound of fresh, crispy haricot vert, sauteed in a zippy lemon oil. Eating your veggies has never been so much fun. And what's for dessert? Well, I'm leaving that up to the old ball and chain. He knows how much I love surprises, so let's roll up our sleeves and get hopping, popping, and chopping. Okay, I'm finishing 2 cups of extra virgin olive oil with the zest of a lemon, and I'm gonna set it over here at low heat to very gently steep. I want to draw the flavor from the lemon zest to give the oil a beautiful, delicate flavor. Then I save the oil. I have it to brush on fish, brush on chicken, use for salad dressing, on top of steamed broccoli. It's fabulous. This is a keeper, believe me. Then for the main part of my meal, I'm going to make a real sexy little rack of lamb. Rack of lamb is something that is a special cut of meat, but you can do it in a cinch, so there's not a whole lot of prep to do. What I'm going to do is, I've asked my butcher to French it, and what does that mean? Well, it means that he basically cleaned them between the bones, so now I have nice clean little bones that are handles when I serve my rack of lamb. Okay? But I did ask him to leave the fat cap on because that's going to protect the meat from drying out when I sear it and then when I put it in the oven, and it's also going to add some wonderful flavor. So I'm salting and peppering. Okay. And I have a nice hot pan. And you could oil your pan. This pan is hot enough that I think this is going to take beautifully to it. So I'm just going to melt the fat a little bit so it doesn't stick to the pan. And in the meantime, while that's taking off, I'm going to come over here and wash my hands. My husband, Jerry, who I've been married to 27 years, when he was in college, he was a butcher. And I think it's just hysterical that he made that transition from being a butcher to being a physician. I don't know. Is it because he's altruistic or a little bit cuckoo? You be the... He's going to kill me for saying that. Okay. No, he's really a great guy. And I'm over here in the pantry getting some stuff for our coat. I'm going to make a zippy, fabulous little coat for that rack of lamb. I met Jerry when I was working in the emergency room. I worked in a triage when I was in college. And it's a funny story, the way that we met. He followed me down the street, and I thought he was a demented person. and so he stopped me and introduced himself and almost got a face full of mace for his trouble. That was like my how I met my honey story. And I have these gorgeous fire-roasted peppers, and the char gives it a really nice note in your nose. I love them. I'm going to take a peek over here at my rack so it doesn't get away from me. And I'm loving the way this is looking already. Nice golden. We've rendered a lot of the fat. We'll just turn it over on the eye side, the meat side, the rounded side, and then we'll continue with our dos chiles. Here I have a can of chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. This is one of the great little secrets that I keep in my pantry. I'm going to process this with my peppers, and let's see what they look like. These are nice, happy, fat chipotle peppers. Yum. Look at this. And chipotle peppers, you know, are jalapenos that have been smoked, and this adobo sauce is made with tomato sauce, paprika, it has achote in it, vinegar. Oh, it smells like $1 million. It's got a great heat, but some great smoke as well. So this is something that is great on a hamburger. You make a paste like this, it's great on top of grilled chicken, stick it in a taco, it's all good. I'm gonna give this a whir. And I really want a pretty little puree out of it. It's nice and creamy. Fabulous. This little condiment is going to save any pot of stew, a pot of beans. I'm telling you, it's really, really good. Okay, and I want to make sure that my lamb rack doesn't get away from me. Boy, that's looking really pretty. Jerry likes his rack of lamb medium rare. That's going to be perfect for him. Okay, let's head on over here. I've got a Spanish onion, my onion of choice. Nice, big, sweet, yellow Spanish onion. It's got lots of milk, lots of flavor, Spanish onions. Really love it. So I'm going to prep one of those for my breadcrumb topping for my rack of lamb. When I make breadcrumb topping, I always love to toast it because I think it just gives the breadcrumbs a really nutty flavor and a great crunchy texture. So the breadcrumbs actually don't get mushy. So I'm going to go ahead and prep for my breadcrumbs. And when I get back, aside from my breadcrumbs, I'm going to make a serious killer mussels dish by way of Peru, chorros a la chalaca, that are going to blow your mind. You're going to love me after this.
This Food Network program brought to you by Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
On nights when Dad works late, we'll treat ourselves a bit at Olive Garden.
Ooh, breadsticks.
It's a chance for us to catch up. So is Donna still in the picture?
Maybe. Enjoy Olive Garden's new chicken crostata, grilled marinated chicken breast with our tomato Alfredo sauce. Or new steak crostata, grilled steak medallions with a 4-cheese sauce, both with crispy Asiago cheese crostatas and unlimited salad and breadsticks.
So is this serious?
Yeah, this is seriously good.
Oh.
Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family.
Big Daddy style. Oh, yeah! You see the simplicity of this?
Aaron McCargo Jr. gives flavors a big boost.
This is real cooking.
Big Daddy's House, all new episode tomorrow at 1:30 on Food Network in the kitchen.
How have you been satisfying your cravings lately?
Last night, I ordered an extra cheese pizza for 3. Me, myself, and I.
I polished off a block of cheese before I even opened the crackers.
I had a new wood-fire-style pizza with bacon, cheese, and Alfredo sauce. The night before, I had a new Baja-style chicken quesadilla stuffed with corn salsa
And melted cheese.
They're new from Lean Cuisine. Do something good for yourself.
Bring the power of nature inside. Greenworks is made with natural plant-based ingredients that clean without harsh chemical fumes and residue. And since they're made by Clorox, they clean with the power you expect. From Clorox comes Greenworks. Naturally. And try Greenworks wipes. They're 99% natural and clean tough messes.
Come on in. You're invited to the Chevy Open House, where getting a new vehicle is easy, because the price on the tag is the price you pay. You'll find low, straightforward pricing on remaining 08 and 09 models, including 8 that offer an EPA estimated 30 miles per gallon highway or better. Now get an 09 Cobalt XFE with an EPA estimated 37 mpg highway for under $15,000 after all offers. Go to Chevy.com/open house for more details.
On the premiere episode of Ace of Cakes, Charm City bakers get a visit from 8 little helpers.
My biological clock is now exploded.
And Duff and Company go extreme for the sake of cake.
Houston, we have a problem.
Oh, no!
Ace of Cakes, all new episode premieres tomorrow night at 10, 9 Central.
Well, let me just tell you, date night with Jerry is really shaping up nicely. My rack of lamb looks absolutely gorgerific. I mean, it is beautiful, shiny and fabulous. Look at my dos chiles paste. How gorgeous is that? I mean, the color is beautiful. The aroma that's coming off those chiles, the smoke from the jalapenos, amazing. I'm gonna let this sit. I wanna take a look at that pretty lemon oil that we steeped really, really gently. It's fragrant and beautiful. I'm gonna take that off the heat now, and we're gonna sit it on the trivet over here in the back just to cool off. If you take nothing else away with you from this show but that oil, I'm gonna be your new best friend, I promise. Okay, so I wanna start my onion and my garlic for the breadcrumbs. I'm gonna give this a little more olive oil. I want that olive oil to really, I want to taste it. Without it being oily, I want it to be nice and fruity. And I have my onion that I chopped. I'm going to give that a little more heat. And I have my garlic. I saved some garlic for my mussel dish later on. Okay? What I want to do with this onion and garlic is really gently coax the sugars out of the onion and the flavor out of the garlic. So I'm going to leave this at low heat, and you see it's got a nice little sparkle now in the pan. I'm just going to lower the heat because I don't want to do that too quickly. I want it to really take its time to pull all the flavors out. Okay? Let's leave that there. I'm going to lower the heat. And in the meantime, now that I'm through hopping and popping, let's get to chopping, okay? I have a tomato, a yellow bell pepper, a serrano chile, a red onion, and a lime. When we went to Peru with my family, my son David, the cute one with the Ricky Ticky chin, when we went to Peru, he would order the same exact thing every time we went out to dinner. It drove me absolutely insane. He would order ají de gallina, which is a shredded chicken dish served with a yellow pepper from Peru called ají amarillo. Well, when I came home, I couldn't recreate that dish for David because I couldn't find ají amarillo here in the States. So I went into the kitchen and I started playing with flavors. And I played with some yellow peppers. I added a little heat in the form of serrano, a little acid by the way of lime. And guess what? I made the my version of the ají de gallina, and when I served it, David said, "Mom, this is actually better than the one we had in Peru." So I am very excited because my ají amarillo approximation is going to work really well for my mussels a la chalaca dish. Okay, so I have all this chopping to do. Let's get started. Was a whole lot of chopping. Okay, now I'm ready to season this bad boy. Let's roll our lime a little bit to loosen up the juice, to juicing up the loose. Okay, I got my lime juice. And don't be shy with your lime juice here. You really want this dish to sparkle, especially with those serrano peppers. Okay, wonderful. I'm gonna give it the fruit of a little bit of olive oil to give it sweetness. And I'm going to hit it with some salt and pepper. And don't forget, when you have citrus in a dressing like this, you really want to watch your salt because citrus and salt tend to neutralize each other. So you don't want to lose the sparkle of the citrus for the salt, or vice versa. Does not look beautiful? I mean, you really just, it's a picture. It's gorgeous. All that color. Okay? And you know what? I'm going to taste that. Although right before I serve it, I'll taste it again because the flavors tend to change. Fabulous. Okay, let's get to work on those breadcrumbs. I have the beautiful onions and garlic, soft, caramelized, gorgeous. Let's head over to the pantry. I need to pick up some oregano, some cumin, some chili powder, and of course, some breadcrumb. Okay? I'm gonna crank up the heat. We're gonna toast these babies. And then I'm gonna add our oregano. Some dried cumin. Some chili powder. And I'm gonna have a really, really special date night for my sugar pie honey bun.
Ina's giving you everything you need to make any occasion extra special.
And show everybody a really good time.
Come into her kitchen.
These smell so good.
Try some inviting recipes.
Go for it.
Pick up her best tips.
So good.
For entertaining made simple.
I mean, really, how easy is that?
With Ina's help, you'll master casual entertaining at its finest.
Can't wait for the party to start.
Barefoot Contessa. The new season premieres today at 1:30, 12:30 Central on Food Network in the Kitchen.
It's time to put a steak in your burger. Draw a line in your sandwich. Do you want more of the same or more of a zing? We are the new mixed up blend of spices. More of who we are, and definitely not mayo. We are the new Miracle Whip, and we will not tone it down.
My Impreza has a Subaru Boxer engine. It's perfectly balanced for performance and handling. I love that engine. And I love anyone else who loves a Subaru engine too.
Impreza love knows no bounds. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Lease an Impreza for $179 per month or get 0% APR financing.
You're watching Food Network.
Butter comes from a cow. Olive oil comes from olives. And butter with olive oil comes from Olives. Introducing Land O'Lakes butter with olive oil. The Land O'Lakes butter you love with the pure goodness of olive oil.
Hot fudge brownie meets cool, creamy ice cream. New Edward Singles a la modes. Individually packaged, ready from your microwave in less than a minute. Edward Singles. Share one with someone you love. Or not.
A classic. Done a whole new way. Scotch tape that pops. Pre-cut strips at your fingertips. Popping up everywhere. Scotch pop-up tape.
You're watching Food Network.
Well, it's your cousin Reese here to tell you that great food and good times are waiting for you at Golden's Deli.
Enjoy a great meal while you relax and watch the game. Plan your next party at Golden's. We have a private party room that seats up to 70 people.
There's nothing like it on Staten Island. Delicious!
Hey, gorgeous. Ooh.
Hi, honey.
I remember the wine.
And what else?
Pastry.
What you got? What you got? What you got? Oh, what a sweetheart.
And
No. Listen, here's what you got to do. Go upstairs, take the day off, get into something comfortable. I need a few minutes, okay? What a bunny hunch. He's a cutie pie. Okay, so let me get back to these mussels before he gets back down. I'm finishing up my corn for my mussels dish, and I'm going to add this to the wonderful tomato and yellow bell peppers and serrano peppers and red onion, all that great stuff that I did before. Set that there. And I'm almost finished with my beautiful toasty breadcrumbs. I want to add one more note, just a little sparkle from the lime, just to give it another little dimension. It's going to be beautiful. This is really terrific. This is our rack that I'm going to paint with my 2 chiles. When Jerry and I went on our first date, we went out, I took him to a Spanish restaurant because I really wanted to impress him, and I ordered sangria and what have you, and he ordered the lamb because of course he loves it. So there's our paste, fabulous, and our toasted breadcrumbs that I did before with the onion, the garlic, the cumin, the chile powder, and the oregano, and now the delicious lime. And so we have this wonderful dinner at the Spanish restaurant in the village, and we drink, you know, way too much sangria. So we take this big cab home, this one of those big old New York checkered cabs on the way home. I'm just gonna pat this into place so it's nice and tight and crispy, really terrific. Well, on the way home, we get in this cab and boyfriend gets frisky. So at the time I was wearing like these these big stiletto heels. And I just pushed boyfriend back and kicked him with one of these long, skinny heels. And he was like, you killed me. And to hear Jerry tell the story, that's when he fell in love. Go no. We're gonna put this wrap in the oven, these gorgeous little chops, 20 minutes, 425, because he likes them medium rare. And in the meantime, I'm gonna pick up my mussels and my fancy French string beans, my Haricots verts. And we're gonna bring these over here. Just set these over here for a second. Over here. I have some water boiling because I'm gonna blanch them. But first, I wanna get these mussels started. I'm gonna crank up some high heat. Now, when you buy mussels, you wanna make sure that they're all closed. If they're open and you give them a tap and they don't close, when in doubt, throw them out, okay? These are really beautiful, pristine mussels. They're farmed. Most of them, you can't even find a beard on them. If you do, just give it a little tug and get it out. We're gonna add the mussels to this pan. I'm going to add this fabulous corn that we planked. In Peru, they use a larger kernel corn, almost like a pozole, but I prefer this. The sweetness, I think, complements the mussels better, and it's less starchy on the tongue. And I'm gonna help that along with a little bit of water. Just about a half a cup of water, just to get those mussels going. High heat, and then I'm going to cover it. Let's do this, and I'm gonna set this on high heat in the back. Let's go over here and talk about these beautiful Haricots verts. The Haricots verts I bought in the big box store, my favorite big box store, and they're already trimmed and ready to go. If you can't find fancy French string beans, use your regular string beans. The thing is, you want to blanch them to bring out beautiful bright color but keep a tender snap, and then you're going to shock them in this ice water so they stop cooking. Okay? Add my string beans, a little bit of salt, and we'll keep an eye on them. Okay? Then we have this fabulous lemon oil that we made before. I'm gonna baby this oil a little bit more. Just stream a little bit over gentle heat. And we'll use this to dress our wonderful Haricots verts. And so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add a little sprig of rosemary. Not a lot. Rosemary can be overpowering. When I get back, I'm going to put my mussels together. I'm going to dress my fabulous Haricots verts. We've got date night.
Five times the flavor. Whoa! Made 5 times easier. It's an all-new season with even more incredible recipes.
5-ingredient figs. The new season premieres next Saturday at 12:30 on Food Network in the Kitchen.
On nights when Dad works late, we'll treat ourselves a bit at Olive Garden.
Ooh, breadsticks.
It's a chance for us to catch up. So is Donna still in the picture?
Maybe. Enjoy Olive Garden's new chicken crostata, grilled marinated chicken breast with our tomato Alfredo sauce. Or new steak crostata, grilled steak medallions with a 4 cheese sauce, both with crispy Asiago cheese crostatas and unlimited salad and breadsticks.
So is this serious?
Yeah, this is seriously good.
Oh.
Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family.
93% of those who tried Activia would recommend it.
Julia Tolbert, tell me your story.
Well, my irregularity was only occasional, and I honestly thought it was just a part of life.
What made you first try Activia?
I saw this ad, and I said, okay, I love yogurt, and hey, it worked.
Activia is clinically proven to help regulate your digestive system in 2 weeks when eaten every day.
Activia!
And now, try a delicious blend of cereal, fiber, and Activia yogurt. New Activia Fiber.
I can't go to class with him. I can't do his history report for him or show the teachers how curious he is. That's his job. My job is to give him everything he needs to succeed while staying within a budget. That's why I go to Walmart.
Institution helps shape America.
I love my job.
Find all the brands those other stores have, but for low Walmart prices, like Dell, HP, and Toshiba. Save money, live better. Walmart.
Everyone, thanks for coming to our housewarming party.
We really appreciate all the dip trays. We love dip. Oh. Honey, there's $8,000 in here.
The National Association of Realtors wants you to take advantage of the $8,000 first-time homebuyer tax credit before it expires November 30th. Visit housingmarketfacts.com for details. Every market's different.
Call a realtor today.
I'm in the Final Four. I got to go all the way.
Now the pressure's even more intense.
Today, you will be battling for a spot on the Red Lobster menu.
With a twist that's getting the best of them.
I'm feeling emotionally spent.
What disappointed me a little bit is how you didn't embrace the challenge again. You got a little aggravated.
It's kind of a painful thing for us to watch.
You need to think about not making excuses for things that don't go right for you.
I'm not a dishonest person. It's so hurtful.
It's down to 4 on an all-new episode of the next Food Network Star. Tomorrow night at 9 on Food Network.
It's date night, and we're getting started, right?
Let's go.
I have that beautiful lemon oil that I infused before with the rosemary, and I have my gorgeous blanched haricot vert, my French string beans that I know you love, which I shocked in ice water to stop the cooking because I want that nice bright green flavor and that tender snap, that crispness. We're just going to add that to the oil. And you know, honey, well, I'm going to ask you to carve the rack because Jerry, that's one of his pappy chores, you know, to carve the meat at home.
Pappy.
He has a lot of chores. That's one of his pappy chores.
One of many.
Well, you know, he was a butcher. He put himself through college as a butcher. His dad was a butcher. I'm going to season these gorgeous beans and toss them a little bit with salt and pepper. And then we're going to lower the heat because I don't want these beans to get away from me. Just want them to heat through. Honey, do you remember the mussels we had in Peru?
I do. That was the Sacred Valley, right?
That's right, the Sacred Valley. Well, you remember that ají, the yellow ají amarillo that they served there? Oh, look at this. This is fabulous. I do remember. Well, I couldn't find that ají here in the United States, but wait till you see what I did.
Oh, these are perfect.
Yes? Oh, Jerry, they're gorgeous. They're beautiful.
Done perfectly.
What I'm doing is, look at the mussels. Oh, and I should say about mussels, you want to make sure to check them. Anyone that didn't open, you want to take them out. When in doubt, throw it out. But these are absolutely beautiful, pristine, gorgeous. Look how pretty that yellow corn with the black of the shells and the blue of the mussel. Isn't that pretty?
Well, wait until you put this on.
Oh, wait. I want you to do me a favor. Taste this. Taste this. How is it? Does it need salt and pepper?
What do you think?
Yeah, it's date night for sure around here. I'm just going to give this a little stir. I want to just heat that tomato through, just bloom that tomato. How's that smell?
The ocean. The ocean.
Good?
Beautiful.
And you know what? Put some pretty sprigs of oregano there on the lamb rack. You like that? Watch this, Jerry. Look, is this a riot of color or what? How pretty is that?
That's a picture right there.
And I have some bread on the table. Let me plate these beautiful beans. You grab the rack.
The rack? The gorgeous rack.
The rack of, all right. Easy there, big boy. Let's get those lamb chops over to the table, and I'm going to follow you with the veg. Yep. Here we go.
Look at that. Oh, amazing.
I love this.
Great, great, great. Daisy, I mean, this just takes me back. These mussels are absolutely phenomenal. Wow.
You know what? That's what I love about making dishes like this that we've experienced during those trips. Because
it's memories.
Yeah, it takes us right back there. You know what I love about lamb chops is that they're like showstoppers, but you don't spend half the day in the kitchen. I mean, I got these ready in like under a half an hour. You're gonna love these beans.
That's a lamb chop in a Latin tuxedo. That's really good.
Give these beans a try.
Excuse me, chops, 1 minute. I'll be right back.
I really think you're gonna like them. They're very, very delicate. Yummy, right? A girl could get used to this.
And a guy too?
No. Well, you know what? I mean, as much as I love having them around, a night in without the kids, we gotta do this more often.
Couldn't agree more. Love you.
I love you more.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You could have a